Do 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 do. Beady 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 do. Beady 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 do. Greetings and welcome back to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon, coming to you from the secret underground bacon bunker. As you can see, we're still celebrating the holiday seasons here. So, today we're going to be looking at the Star Wars Black Series, Ahsoka series, Ezra Bridger Lothal, or more properly, Star Wars Rebels Season 4 Ezra Bridger. And yes, I said Ezra Bridger, not Ezra Miller. Yeah, big distinction between the two. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So, in typical Big Bacon's review style, we're going to look at the packaging, we're going to bust it open, we're going to look at the figure's accessories, look at the figure, check the articulation, gear him up, and get him on the shelf. So, once again, top of the packaging, we have the window. Why? So he can see the light. I know that's not how the words go, but I couldn't think of a way to properly say as long as I can see the light. Star Wars Black Series extended window. This side, Ezra Bridger Lothal. A nice mural art. Ooh, look at how pretty Lothal is in the background. Yay! Front of the package, Star Wars Black Series. The figure, as is visible through the plastic window. Accessories, Star Wars Ahsoka. Ezra Bridger Lothal, warning, don't choke, 4 plus, Hasbro. Down here we have stupid script. Back here, a lot more stupid script. This figure is number 2 in the Ahsoka series. The blurb here is a short line about the show and not the figure or the character or anything. Star Wars Black Series, and then once again we got that mural art. So, let's get this bad boy out. And I'm sure you could see it right away, just like I always do. That's right. We have additional stupid script. Removing the cover of the plastic prison. And there he is. So, whoa. Okay, that just happened. So it looks like I gotta pull the lightsaber up a little bit to unseat this bottom piece. And only then can I pull it down and through. So, let's start with the least interesting. We have Han Solo's blaster. That's right, another blaster based off of the Mauser design. Has a nice sort of metallic color, metallic gunmetal. Whoa, that came on really bright. No paint for the grip. The tip of the barrel is done in a silver. And I'm sure you could see as well as I do that it did come factory pre-bent from the factory. So it saves you the hassle and heartache of having to bend it yourself. Next up we have the lightsaber. Nice thick green blade on it. Very translucent. The pommel itself, the hilt. I meant to say hilt. Nice black and silver coloration on it. Very adequate. There is a hook. I should say, I want to say D-ring, but it's more of a triangle ring, I guess. The blade itself will peg out, but if you look closely, there is indentation along the blade, so putting it back in, you have to line those up with the extended parts of the hilt. So all in all, it's a nice looking piece. Now, what do you say we move on to the figure? So, I'm kind of liking this whole new editing thing I'm doing now because you all don't have to hear all that plastic crinkling. So this is based off of that little hologram that we see at the beginning of the show. We're just going to cut that off a bit. In fact, we are going to flat out remove that altogether because all it's doing is casting shadow. So, as far as the face likeness goes, yeah, that looks like Ezra, kinda. Honestly, that's all of his face that we really get a clear look at in the show because the hologram is about that big. It doesn't really zoom in all that well. Now, as far as face sculpts go, it's a nice looking face. A little bit of scarring here on the cheek. Eyes are punched in pretty good. Not going to say they're perfect, but a few things are when it comes from Hasbro. Got some sort of odd coloration on the neck. I don't know how to classify that. So down here at the base of the neck, they've painted this to match this. And it's not perfect, but it's also not terrible. This shoulder piece up here is very soft rubber. Got some nice dings painted in there. Paint scrapes. Orange top with a little bit of color here in the midsection. Sculpt is looking really good. Little communicator on the wrist, fingerless gloves. Belt has 2 thigh straps. One has a holster, the other is just a garter. A little bit of paint app up here near the top of the front of the belt, but nowhere else on the belt. Do have a hook over here. The shin armor looks really good. I mean, it's well done. Orange is painted in there nicely. Sculpt is really good. Pants are nice and wrinkled. Boots are, I mean, they're basic, but they match the outfit. Articulation, head and neck are articulated. Head is on a dumbbell, neck is on a ball peg. So looking up, he's got pretty good up. Pretty good down. He will walk like an Egyptian. Has some great tilt and rotation. Although the neck is awfully loose. So, I mean, if you turn it too much, the neck will turn as well. So just hold on to the neck, twist it back. Lock the neck in on the front, and then twist that to fit where it needs to be. Arms hinge up to 90 degrees, perfect T-pose. It almost looks and feels like there's a butterfly joint, but it's not really reacting like one, so yeah, it is. There's just not a lot of movement to it. Arm will rotate all the way around. You see this rubbery piece is moving out of the way. Very weak feeling elbow joint there. Very deep cut single joint. Has a lot of range to it. And rotation. Same is true on both arms. Hands rotate. Horizontal hinging on the left, vertical on the right. Now, this guy has no sort of ab crunch or mid-torso cut. All he has is a waist ball. Good hula action. He will lean back that far. Lean forward. He leans forward better than he does back. And that's it. Saying something. It's got some tilt, but it gives it this weird sculpt look to it. And obviously rotation. Legs will kick out that far. Really good. Really, really good. These are not glued down. They're not pinned in. They will kind of shift as... Actually, they don't, but these parts up here do bend up. Same with kicking forward. thigh cuff for rotation, single jointed pinless knee, 90 degrees, rotation at the knee, no boot cut, no ankle rotation, foot hinges back that far, forward that far, front facing pin for rocker. So we got him in hand. What do you say we take a moment and throw his accessories in? So the blaster, trying to figure out if the scope is supposed to go in or out. So yeah, if you can get the scope outside, it will come all the way down and fit very comfortably right there. You can hang the lightsaber from the belt. Because of how large the hook is, it actually hangs down. I'm so used to so many of them that do this. But yeah, you can get it to actually hang down. And it looks good there. I just kind of want to see. I'm not going to put the blade in for this. But I want to see how well he holds it. And if he can double hand it. Hand is a little stiff, but it can be manipulated. Getting it into the second hand is the fun. So he will double hand this. Yeah, if you look, you can see that the joint has flexed forward inside the housing there. So be careful. This is a very weak joint at the elbows. One thing I noticed that I will point out, and I cannot talk about greatly enough, is the fact that his arms will actually come down to his side. Do you see that blade? Pay close attention. So there we have him. What do you say we take a moment and get him up on the shelf? Fitting that Han is standing next to another guy with a Han blaster. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. And I'll see y'all next time. Actually, I forgot. It's time for Bacon's final thoughts. So, my final thoughts on this figure. The Ahsoka show in general. Like it, love it, don't care about it either way. Ezra Miller. I just made that mistake. I was priding myself on not making that mistake earlier. Ezra Bridger is a character that really kind of grew on you over the 4 years that you had with Rebels. So to get him in a season 4 look, it's a nice thing to have, regardless of what you feel about the character from Ahsoka. So all in all, articulation was pretty good. Some of the joints felt kind of weak. Accessories looked great. They went on him perfectly. All in all, I'm very pleased with this figure. So thanks for tuning in, and until next time.